Have you seen any of my underpants, Sid? Why should I want to see your underpants, Hancock? You know what I mean. Now, I don't know anything about your underclothes, and don't ask me that question again. I'll need a flaming shower every time you say it. You know what? I can't seem to find a single pair anywhere. I just don't want to know. I'm going to stick my fingers in my ears and You're not wearing them, are you? They're $5 a pair, you know, at Marks and Sparks. I'm not made of money. I can't go throwing me underwear around left, right and centre. I'll go through Sid's drawers while he's not listening and see if he's got any of mine in his. It could be quite innocent, but knowing him, it won't be. Aha, an orange pair. I distinctly remember having bought 6 pairs at a Marks and Spencer's Black Friday sale. They're my favourites. They don't make them like that anymore. Time to confront the old goat. There you are, Sid. Exhibit A. Don't go all innocent on me. You've got a pair of my underpants in your drawer. You're an underpants thief. These orange ones are mine. Oh, I'm not a thief. I found them. Where? Where? In the street? In the park? In the bushes? In a dark alley somewhere? Is that where you get all your underpants from? I found them on the front doorstep. Rubbish. I'm not in the habit of changing on my own doorstep, am I? They're not yours. You've stolen a pair of my underpants. And probably not just 1 pair, but 7. Give me the key to your shed. Give me your key. You're not looking in my shed, Hancock. It's private. So are my flaming underpants. Why won't you give me your key? What are you worried about, Sid James? I might find all my old clothes, including a black bag full of my best wife fronts. I'm not listening. I'm going out. And don't try and open my shed. Oh, yes, and while you're gagging about town, I'm sitting at home watching the TV, aren't I? That's your decision. You don't have to. Yes, I do. I can't go out because I haven't got any underpants. Well, it never stopped me. That's because you, Sid James, are a slovenly slob. I could not look a young lady in the eye if I wasn't wearing a nice clean pair of underpants. What, even those hideous orange ones? If necessary, yes. Did you find your underwear, Hancock? Oh, I did not, and you know why, don't you? If you keep blaming me, you'll never find them, will you? Well, who else would take them? Who else lives here? Even your girlfriends won't come back here alone. Yeah, because you're here, not because they're afraid to be alone with me. Who is it?
Good morning. Have you got any more?
More what?
More of the same, of course. We're having a charity auction next week.
Who's we?
I'm Charles Mould. I run the charity shop in East Dean High Street.
Oxfam?
Oh no, the little one, Bushy Tails. That's the charity for homeless squirrels. Grey or red, they'll both be fed. That's our motto.
No, we haven't got any nuts. Sorry, although I once had a nut roast for Christmas dinner. One of the biggest mistakes of my life it was.
I'm not after your nuts, I'm after your underpants.
I beg your pardon?
Stop strangling me. I haven't done anything wrong. Don't touch me, I don't like being touched.
I am not strangling you, I am throttling you. Come on, Hancock, leave him alone. Let the geezer speak. He's the one been stealing my one front, Sid. The one who made me wrongly accuse you, my best friend.
No, I haven't stolen nothing. I picked up some wine fronts on the front doorstep. You must have left them out for me. I put a note through your letterbox a couple of weeks ago.
Look here, Mush. Nobody's left any clothes out for you. And we hate squirrels. They're just rats who like shinning up trees, that's all.
You're not very nice, are you? But you did leave me some in a large blue bag. They were crisp and freshly laundered. They were by a professional. Lovely smell of Febreze it was. You should see the state of some of the underwear we get.
No, thank you very much. Wait a minute, Hancock, you went down the laundrette on Monday, didn't you? Did you leave one of the bags on the doorstep? I don't go down the laundrette like some common chav. I spent 300 knicker on a washing machine. I don't need to. Wait a minute, it broke down last Monday. I asked the char lady to take the washing down to the laundromat.
Excuse me, when you stop arguing,
What?
have you got any more for the charity auction?
You mean to say you're selling my underpants to the highest bidder?
Well, in your case, highest is a bit of an exaggeration, isn't it? We're not going to get very much for yours, are we? I've sewed in some name tags so people will know whose underpants are whose. So, when people are rummaging through them and see your name, they know which ones to leave alone, don't they? We've got Y fronts from Mike Tyndall, Lewis Capaldi, they're big ones, Prince William, and his will make the most money, won't they?
So you're saying Prince William and Lewis Capaldi's Y-fronts are more desirable than mine, are you?
Well, what do you think? I'd wear Prince William's, but I wouldn't risk yours. You don't know what you might catch.
So I'm going to be open for ridicule when their underpants make a lot more than mine, am I? I'll be a laughingstock in all the papers. Lewis Capaldi's apple knickers sold for 500, whilst Tony Hancock's briefs sold for 50p.
We'll probably have to do a job lot for 50p. Oh, yes, I suppose you should have thought about all this before you left them on your doorstep for us to collect.
I didn't leave them. They must have dropped out of the washing bag. It was an accident.
Accident? That reminds me, some of your Y-fronts have had a little accident or two, haven't they?
What do you mean by that? How very common. There's nothing wrong with my underpants. I'm coming round to collect them this minute. Come on.
No, you can't. We'll lock the doors and call the police.
So what exactly do you intend to tell the police?
That you're a knicker thief.
Sid, please escort this gentleman off the premises. What are you going to do about Mr. Mould, Hancock? I don't know, Sid. I can't get me Y-fronts back or we would tell the police I'm a thief. If I leave them in the auction, they'll go for a few quid, and I'll look stupid. Looks like I'm caught between a pair of underpants and an hard place, doesn't it? If the papers contact you, just tell them it's a pack of lies and that they're not yours. Yes, if only. Mr. Mould says he stitched the name of every celebrity into their Y-fronts, and he's had each pair DNA tested into the bargain. He's very thorough, Mr. Mould. You've got to say that for him, haven't you? Make matters worse, the little squirrel has got some provenance. The auctions insist on it. What's provenance? Remind me. Mould has a picture of me wearing a pair of the bright orange underpants. He says I look like a Belisha beacon. How on earth did he get the pictures? I put the bins out last Friday. I was in a bit of a rush, so I didn't put any trousers on, did I? Must have been then. You're a celebrity, Hancock. You've got to be more careful with the paparazzi about. You mustn't be caught with your trousers down. I would have thought you'd known that by now.
With lot one.
Could we have it quiet, please?
I'm going to ask you to take these particulars as read.
Ever been to an auction before, Sid? Yeah, I went to a police auction once. Oh yes, did you get any bargains? Not half. I bought a burglar's tool bag complete with jemmy and assorted burgling tools and a ladder. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? Didn't the police know you were a burglar then, Sid? Yeah, they asked me if I wanted to bid on it.
And now we come to the most awaited part of our charity auction. The auction of celebrities' tiny whiteys. Or in Mr. Hancock's case, tiny oranges. More like a pair of satsumas they are. Oh, good. Mr. Hancock is here. Perhaps he's going to bid on his own Y-fronts. You'd think he'd be glad to see the back of them, wouldn't you? Hooey, Mr. Hancock, would you like to model them for us?
No, I would not, Mr. Mould, and they're not really mine, are they?
£2,250. And that concludes the sale of Prince William's monogram thongs. Ladies and gentlemen, I bought a pair as well. I'm going to mount them in a frame.
Does His Royal Highness know you're going to mount his wife fronts, Mould?
So, after the Lord Mayor's show, it will be Mr. Hancock's half hour. But before then, we got a special entry from Arthur Johnson. He's famous, apparently. They've been donated anonymously.
Arthur Johnson? Never heard of him. As long as his underpants don't make more than mine, I don't care. There was an Arthur Johnson who got jailed a few years ago, Hancock, for taking a bomb on a plane in his underpants. That's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? How ridiculous. That's it. I remember they called him the underpants bomber, didn't they? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Hancock? I very much doubt it, Sid, but go on. Well, you know that little hammer Mould's got in his hand? Yes, the gavel. Well, you know he bangs that little hammer hard on the desk he's sitting at, don't you? Yes, so what? I think those underpants have got jelly in them, and when he smashes his hammer down, they'll go off. Who on earth puts jelly in their Y-fronts? A waste of good raspberry jelly, if you ask me. I'm talking about jelly night, Hancock.
So, what my bid for Mr. Johnson's underpants?
£5, Mould. I'll go 10. 20, nigger. 25. Don't bring the hammer down, Mr. Mould. 30. 35. 40. 45. 2,540. And don't bring the hammer down, Mr. Mould.
You two are really generous. I had the wrong idea about you, didn't I? But I can't let you go on any further. It's a lot of money. The Johnson underpants now. Going.
No, don't bring the gavel down, Mr. Mould.
Gone.
Ha ha ha!